Well, an interesting story out of Florida getting new attention today because of concerns about privacy and parental rights. 3 different schools conducting eye scans of students, basically taking an optic fingerprint of these children without ever getting the permission of their parents or even notifying them. Columnist Malkin has been shedding the light on this story. She joins us now. Michelle's also a Fox News contributor. And so these are kids as young as kindergarten, right, Michelle?
Yeah, there were 3 schools that were affected, ranging from elementary through high school. And even at this time, after I've asked many questions and interviewed the facilities supervisor who was in charge of this program, it's not clear exactly how many students were really affected and how many records were gathered, or even if, as the school claims, they were really destroyed.
Now the school says, oh, we're sorry. We meant to send the notifications out and we didn't. It was just an oversight. And, as soon as we realized it, we let the parents know. So what do we have to fear?
Yeah, big deal, right? Well, I think this is a very disturbing sign of our surveillance state age. And it really is a tribute to the vocal parents who raised the alarm about this on social media. There was at least one mother, April Serrano, who started spreading word on some educational reform Facebook pages. And it was the Stop Common Core Florida page that really got the word out there. It spread across Twitter. And then I picked up the phone and called Rob Davis, who was listed on the letter that the parents had posted online, which was a post facto letter. As you mentioned, it wasn't until after they had done these unauthorized scans that the parents found out exactly what happened. And it happened just days before the Memorial Day weekend, when a lot of families, of course, were not paying attention to what was going on. And that's part of the problem, is that you have these government schools that are so reckless and so apathetic about parents' rights.
But what do we have to fear? Because the students, the school says, oh, we wanted to track the children getting on and off the school bus. If, God forbid, the child doesn't show up at home, the parents call, we can say, he got on the bus, these are the times, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and isn't this the main talking point, of course, of the nanny state whenever they try and excuse and rationalize basically unconstitutional behavior and breaches of family privacy? They always say it's in the name of quote-unquote security. The problem, of course, is that it's a larger trend of undermining parental authority in the school system, and I believe that it is of a piece with the kind of nationalized data mining that is now underway, thanks to things like FedEd and Common Core, as I mentioned, which is unfortunately a bipartisan beast supported by the likes of both Jeb Bush and the Obama administration and the Gates Foundation, and unfortunately a lot of ill-informed and deluded conservative governors. And what you have at the national level now are, I think, really troublesome breaches of federal privacy law. There's something called FERPA, the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, which is supposed to guarantee that these kind of breaches that you're now seeing at the local level, this iris scan story, don't happen. And what the Obama administration has done very quietly over the last couple of years is slowly undermine those protections. And in fact, there is now a lawsuit being carried by a group called EPIC on behalf of families that are protesting exactly this kind of data mining that is drilling down to the individual level. We're not just talking about aggregate testing scores, Megyn. What we're talking about is things like individual health histories, family income, and even to the level of, and this was in some of the Common Core information that was publicized over the last year, even things like which corner your kid is at the bus stop, which brings us right back to this iris scan scheme, because we were talking about iris scan companies that were going to track students on school buses.
Yeah, and now the parents are asking, how can we be sure that that data has been discarded? We don't want to find out years from now if our child attends some meeting that the school district opposes, that in fact, oh wait, we still had it. Michelle, got to run. Thank you so much.
You bet.